have got a yeah. Why do I have to explain it? I don't have the control. Hello, you lovely people of the internet, and welcome to another day of me being seriously messed up. And today's seriously messed up is a peculiarly seriously messed up, and that it was shopping day, being a Monday, but was also carer day, because my carer is busy on Thursday with personal stuff, so opted to come today on a Monday. So we have a hallway. I would give you a video of it, but that's out there and I'm here. I might bother to do an outside thing that you can look at or not. I don't know. It depends how I feel, how long this is going to take. Because, again, this is unscripted, by the way. Because these reasons. I woke up in pain this morning. So I had cocodamol. I had 2 cocodamol. Normally, they do the pain, but I don't get the fuzzy head thing. Don't know why. I used to get the fuzzy head thing, but it stopped doing that. But today I got the fuzzy head thing. So I've been fuzzy most of the day. So when I went shopping, it was fuzzy, but we tidied up here. I just tidied up here. My piano is now playable again. It hasn't got crap all over it. I have actually done stuff. Don't look anywhere else because it looks worse, but it isn't worse. It's just that it's not worse. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I don't need to expand on that at all. So that's why my day has been a bit messed up, because the 2 things kind of crashing into each other. So it was carer then shopping. But there was also me on painkillers, carer, shopping in that order, and it was all a bit messed up. And then after we came home from shopping, as the Widge lovingly says, I throw food all over the place and then need to have a nap because throwing food all over the place is very tiring. That's not quoting her. She says it much more eloquently than what I did then. But that's essentially what happens. So I've had a sleep. I've been listening to the Holy Koolaid. Don't know if you've ever like listened to his podcast YouTube thing. It's really cool. It's good for me to sleep to. I think that is a really good thing for, if I can sleep to it, that means it's good. Because if I can't sleep to it, it means, to explain it, it's just a good thing if I can fall asleep to it. And it is worth listening to. The thing that I said I was going to speak about, this is where we're actually onto solid ground now, except we're not. Because I couldn't find it. Whatever it was that my GP said to me, couldn't remember what it was called. I'm pretty sure he didn't say emotional dysregulation, because I would have remembered that. And that's what I've got in my head. It's kind of what he was talking about. It was... I'm trying to remember I can't remember exactly how he put it. So I am misquoting him quite a bit here. So this is not verbatim. At various times when I was younger, growing up, and I had highs and lows, if I never talked about them, or if there was never if I wasn't shown how to cope with those things or given help in coping with those things, then what he reckons has probably happened is because I don't have that coping mechanism as part of my build-up, and over so many years, it means that I just don't have the tools to deal with it. I mean, I can think about it. The first time I started self-harming was when I was bullied, and I did it to show them that they can't hurt me more than I can hurt myself. And it's a long scar on my arm. You can barely see it now because it's hidden amongst other ones. But that first one, it was a long, deep scar to show them. And it was done with a pencil sharpener blade to show them that they couldn't hurt me more than I could hurt myself. I'm not sure they got that. I'm trying to piece that together of like my highs and lows, why... Like when I get really hyper about something, I get loud. When I'm excited about something, I get loud. And then people tell me to be quiet. I had one tutor just look at me and just go like that. And I knew what she meant, but it hurt. Because I've had that all my life. I'm too loud. And I understand that. I do understand that. I don't when I'm excited, I don't have a filter. Like when I'm talking on this, I've got the little, I've got like it goes green and then it's orange, the last little bit. And then there's a little bit after that that's like dark orange or red. I think it's supposed to be red. And I very rarely get it into that because that would be a bad thing. But sometimes it barely gets into the orange, and then other times it's in the orange all the time. And I see it when I'm editing. Sometimes if I've been talking really quietly, it's so difficult to edit it. And it's even more, and that's compounded more when I'm outside, like in Coffee Number One, where I've recorded myself. And the ambient sound has been louder than my voice. So my voice is lost in all these ambient sounds. So I have to use really strong filter, and it loses the little bits of it's a nightmare to edit, is what I'm saying. So I do see the difference in the volume of my voice. And so I try to be aware of that when I'm recording. But it's hard to do that in real life. When I get excited, I get loud. And I have noticed something as well in editing. When I'm really hyper, then I talk really, really fast. And so many of the vowels and consonants run together, and it just becomes a load of noise that I can decipher because it came out of my mouth. But some of them, when I'm saying them, I'm interrupting myself as I'm saying them, and it becomes a collection of noises. Like, I can't even do it. If I try to do it if I try to do it by thinking about it, I can't do it. Like, I'm listening to this now as I'm doing it, as I'm recording. And I'm thinking, this is going to be okay. But I know when I go into the editing, there'll be all these little noises. And I don't know where they come into it. I've got no idea how it happens, but it does. And it's a flipping editing nightmare. Getting back to what I was saying about the emotional responses to things and the not having the tools to manage when I feel disappointed, unhappy, and all those other things that seem to revolve around that ends up with me self-harming. Or when I'm hyper and I get too loud and I get impulsive and I get myself into things that non-hyper me can't deal with, but I'm committed to it anyway and I push through it. And I have a lot of those things as well. And the doctor said to me that that's the sort of thing that people will get misdiagnosed as bipolar, and I'm not bipolar. There's a borderline personality disorder, but that is not what he said. He said something else. Maybe it's something borderline personality disorder is a subcategory of, I don't know. But whatever it was that he said, and then told me about this thing of not having the tool set because you weren't shown at a young age how to deal with these things. Or you didn't learn, rather than being not being shown, you didn't learn how to do these things, for whatever reason that is. And I should remember the name so I could go and research it properly instead of having all these thoughts that are bouncing around the idea now. I had a look on Libro FM to see if I could find anything. I'm not sponsored by Libro FM, but if they did want to sponsor me, why would they want to sponsor me? If you don't know what Libro FM is, I'll tell you about it anyway because it's dead cool. It's similar to Audible, except you get to keep the audio files. You download them, you own them, they belong to you. And the money still goes to the writer, or, well, yeah, you know, it still goes in that way. But also you can support like local independent bookshops. Like for me, being in Plymouth, I support the Old Queeriosity Bookshop, which is in Bretonside, and it's like a really cool shop. It's independent, and they can get you any book you want. They specialise in queer and neurodiverse stuff, but they can get you any book because of the bookshop. Oh, and you can get audiobooks from Libro FM and support your local bookshop. Now, if you're in somewhere else, then you support your local one, don't you? If you know you've got a local bookshop, maybe you even didn't know that. I don't know. I mean, most of the people who listen to this are people who know me anyway, but it's those people who are watching it on reruns of Dave that I'm always hoping to get. Now, you know what's really got me, what I find really... Let's wind me day up now, because I haven't filled me day up with enough interesting stuff. I've not been filling me life up with enough interesting stuff. And I haven't got any opinions on anything. There you go. You see, there's always the bullshit alert. There is always the bullshit alert. That's all I've got for you today. Thank you. Thank you for putting up with me. See you tomorrow. Love yous. Bye.